This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, and welcome to today's edition of the Pit Stop, where we're here to talk amongst friends about our favorite hobby, that being sim racing. Happy Monday, Memorial Day to all of you guys, and if any of you have served, and I don't care what country, Memorial Day is an American holiday, but, you know, to everybody whose friends, family, loved ones, or themselves who've served in the military, for whatever nation you represent, happy Memorial Day to you, because, you know, yeah, you know, it's a tough world out there, and as much as it's scary to think that we all need our own militaries, realistically, it's a great honor to serve for your country. And so regardless of what country, I'm just kind of a big thank you to everybody and everybody's friends, family, and loved ones who served abroad, you know, for any country or for America. But it is a time to kind of think of those who have, and those who have fallen, and those who have given us this world that we're in. So happy Memorial Day to you guys. Today is a holiday here in America. I probably shouldn't have even planned a show because I should have known better that there'd be very little news to talk about. So today is going to be kind of one of those just talk about whatever you feel like talking about. I have a few stories. Admittedly, I was away all weekend and didn't even have time to really go through things, so we're just kind of throwing it all together here on a Monday, and maybe this is the show that shouldn't have happened, but I don't mind hanging out with you good people. So anything you guys want to talk about? I mean, I know there was some good racing over the weekend. We had Monaco with Formula 1. We had the Indy 500. We had the Coca-Cola 600, which I didn't see any of them. The only race I got to see this weekend was IndyCar, right until Danica crashed out. A little bit of a little bit of oversteer all alone, and she was out. Too bad, and that was the end of her career. But good things and a good weekend. It's nice to have a 3-day weekend and just get to relax a little bit. All I've been doing is sleeping and eating all weekend long, and I am exhausted, to be honest with you. I don't know if it shows in my face, but today I am indeed tired. So what is going on in the world of sim racing? And of course, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, I am very open today. Always away for the weekend. Hey, a guy's got to play. So Project Cars is promoting round 2 of qualifying for their Renault Esports competition. That begins today. That was 8 hours ago. So we're already into round 2. We're going to talk a little bit about various different esports going on, but I would really like to see some of you guys getting in on the Project Cars. I see a lot of our guys are really fast. We have Project Cars competitions, and our guys get right up the leaderboard. So why aren't we taking it to that next step? Maybe we need to crash the Project Cars party and see what we can do there. Formula 1. Also talking about it's your last chance. So this is your final chance. You've got until 23:59 today, or tomorrow, I'm sorry. I think that's first thing in the morning tomorrow, to get down and get in on that. So I'd love to see where you guys stand. I mean, we've heard the names of the guys who are leading this competition, and it's a who's who of the best sim racers on Earth for sure. But you might be able to squeak your way in, or you might be able to get to see. This might be one of those last chances to see where do you really stand against the likes of a Bono Hui or any of the other super champs, Brendan Lee. I don't think he's competing. I think he already has like some kind of a bye. Hey, Andres, how you doing? Is my girlfriend Danica happy with the way she ended her career? You know, in talking to Danica last night, it was obvious to me that this is a tough time for her, and I think her biggest regret is the retirement itself. Who knows? Maybe there's a little bit of a regret of having gone and wasted a career at NASCAR. And not to take anything away from NASCAR, I think that maybe Danica was perhaps better suited for IndyCar. I've heard various things. You know, it's so hard to get a real story on Danica because she is a female, so you get a lot of people who just say things. And, you know, I'd heard that she wasn't strong enough for the IndyCar on like road courses in particular, and Indy 500 is one thing, but I don't know if that's actually the case. She actually did fairly well in the IndyCar. I've met her in person. She's not my girlfriend. We like to joke about that. I wish she was my girlfriend. Danica is really, really buff. I can't imagine that strength is a problem. I've seen much more frail men driving cars than Danica, but I'm sure she is full of regret today. And I'm sure the regret comes from retirement. How do you stop racing? I don't understand that. I really don't. I really don't. And she still had a lot of career left in her. She'll love me for being supportive. We talked about the Dirt Championship going on at Silverstone with the whole FIA World RX, and I guess I should congratulate Tanner Faust. I don't have the image up. I had it and I threw it out. But Tanner Faust did win the weekend, and so I've talked a lot of smack about Tanner. I guess I should give credit where credit is due. But anyway, here's a good shot of Sebastien Loeb driving in the dirt rigs with the Thrustmaster equipment. And I can see their new handbrake sitting there, right there. Looks like they're on the, is that the TSP? No, the Sparco. That's the Sparco wheel with the red cover there. And the elaborate PlayStation rig. So, good to see the real deal. I mean, that's as real as it gets. Sebastien Loeb driving dirt right there. That's what you gotta love to see. Also, there was another video put out by the guys at Onrush showing you the 4 different game modes of Onrush. Countdown, Lockdown, Overdrive, and Switch. Yeah, but Marco I mean, I don't mind taking a diversion on this topic, and I don't think we have to only talk about Danica. Earnhardt Jr. never had trouble with sponsorship either. If you are a super marketable individual, let's face it, that is almost as important in today's day and age as your racing resume. And you can say what you want about Danica's success on track, but when you go to a race, there are as many GoDaddy jerseys as any other driver other than Dale Earnhardt Jr. You know, she can rival, she can rival Jimmy Johnson in merchandising, and we're talking about, what, a 7-time champion? So, sponsorship dollar comes down to marketability. Yes, they want their car, they want their team on victory lane, but it's really about selling. It's about making a name for your company. It's about selling merchandise, and I think that is where it's hard to beat a Danica Patrick. Let's face it, she's a decent racer. Let's face it, she's easy on the eyes, and that makes her a sponsor's dream. So there you go. I mean, I think that it's a no-brainer, and I think that if we see another female come into racing with a Danica-type package, that didn't sound right, a Danica scenario where a girl who can hold her own against the boys, and a, good-looking girl, well-spoken, intelligent girl, that girl would get the same results as any other driver. I mean, or better, or as Danica, I should say. Yeah, and that's, Kimber, great point. With her being the only female in the sport, it makes it an easy, I mean, it's a no-brainer marketing opportunity, because the women are going to root for her. The women are going to jump on the bandwagon. And Junior, again, Junior never won a NASCAR title. He won a Busch title, or the second division. But he was the most successful driver, I would think. Yeah, Brandon, well point. If she had won some races, can you imagine how much more marketing there would be? And when she crashed, did you hear it at Indy? I mean, there was a lull, a murmur to the crowd. So, okay, moving right along, though. So, what else we have? I don't even want to talk about this. I shouldn't say things publicly like that. I'm not a big Austin Dillon fan. I think I've said that a few times. Not a big Tanner Faust fan. I think I've said that a few times. I am a Danica fan, just for the record. Or I was. I don't think she should be in the Hall of Fame, though. Anyway, but Austin Dillon, just talking strategy for the race that went on yesterday. So they're showing him turning some laps in the RCR simulator, prepping for the Coca-Cola 600, talking about strategy at his favorite track. So there you go. The crew, they're going to have a live stream. So if you didn't No, you guys want to know? I don't mind telling you why I don't like Austin Dillon. I don't like Austin Dillon because I am full of rage and jealousy, and I don't like silver spoon people who never had to work a day in their life. And you could be talking about race car drivers or just rich kids. I don't like people who don't have to earn what they've done in life. I don't like people who can just ride the coattails of their family and be the next generation of royalty in our sports or in our country or whatever you want to say. Austin Dillon is heir to the throne of RCR. He is, you know, I saw him race when he was like 15 at Volusia, and I was standing on top of his hauler with Richard Childress, and it just kind of, I'm looking around this Volusia's, which is, you know, it's a very famous dirt track, but it's, you know, what you expect on Friday night local racing. And I'm looking around, and most of the guys out there are privateers, and you look at their driving suit, and you can tell they work on their own car. And Austin Dillon was, you know, basically being treated like a NASCAR Cup driver way down at the late model level. And I'm not taking away. I mean, I think the guy's a good driver, and he certainly can hold his own in NASCAR. But in my opinion, if you've been given the tools since you were a little baby, who couldn't? Who couldn't be that great? So, no, that's why. And it's not fair. I'm just being personal here. I'm jealous. You know, that's the bottom line. I'm jealous. I wish I was racing royalty. If they had given me the tools to race since I was 4 years old, I think I'd be better than Austin Dillon. Sorry, but I do. Anyway, there's another mini rant. We got nothing to talk about sim racing, so we'll just turn this all into a giant rant fest by Sean. I don't know Tanner's story. I don't know the background on Tanner. I just know I don't like him. Anyone else you want to know if I like or dislike or I'm a fan of or can't stand? True. If you're not rich, you're not going to go far. And I don't think there's many people that we root for and talk about on the weekend who weren't rich to begin with. You know, I gave racing a shot, but I was the solo carter guy. If you saw my driving suit, it was covered in grease and oil because when I got off the track, I had to work on the cart. Am I hangry today? I don't know. No, I'm in a good mood, but I'm in a good mood, but I'm a little rough around the edges today. How's that? I think that's fair. Anyway, we were talking about closed beta. They are going to have a live stream. So if you didn't get in on the beta, but you do want to see it, that's going to be going on Wednesday the 30th at 4 p.m. UTC. Spatial likes Tanner. Ken Block is great in those stage videos. Oh, someone is knocking on my door. I'm going to play the video. I got to go. I might be getting a delivery. Bear with me, guys. So sorry. What's up, buddy? So sorry about that. What a Monday. What a Monday. Nope, it was just my dog going nutso. So, all right, let's move right along. Polyphony has scheduled the next update to GT Sport. We showed and talked about the cars. Where's that photo? Yeah, it's too far away. But we talked about the cars that were coming. Those cool photos where we see like the silhouettes of the cars to find out what teasers. Is that on this one? It might be this picture here. But on the 30th, we will be seeing, nope, that doesn't have it either, the next update to GT Sports, so that's great for all those guys. Yeah, we can talk about me being angry on Nordschleife in a second here. No news on Competizione yet, other than they're just kind of talking about it still, but nothing new. FA Racing, they've been kicking ass all over the place. It was Austin Dillon. you guys are funny. Good photo of the whole group, and we have another bio here. Sim Observer actually called him the next megastar, Frederick Rasmussen. of the FA Racing G2 Logitech team. If you go to their Twitter feed, you'll be able to hear his whole bio, which is kind of cool. This guy kind of reminds me, he looks a little like Tommy. Tommy, well, in that still photo he did, not so much live. What else? Thrustmaster just has a post here mentioning and reminding us that they were the gear at the Silverstone UK. So when we looked at that picture of Sebastien Loeb, obviously he is running on Thrustmaster gear. Like I said, nothing too big today. This is kind of a sad story. Atari co-founder Ted Dabney died over the weekend. I believe he's 80 years old, 79 or 80 years old. Anyway, he has passed away, and if you are playing, you know, if it weren't for the Atari, I don't know, would we be here today? I think video games are going to come no matter what. Video games are going to be in the house no matter what. But no doubt, Atari changed everything. Tanner showed up to punch me in the knees. Yeah, Tanner might. You know, it's funny. I'll probably end up meeting him in person. I have met him in person, actually. I didn't let him know that I was not a fan. Article here at You Enjoy talking about a humble bundle, but Assetto Corsa is on Steam for only $11.99. So if you are looking, oh, it was in the headline. Didn't say it there. Not on my headline. 81. We're saying. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Anyway, if you want to join us for Sim Racing System Series Thursday and Friday nights on Assetto Corsa, which is probably going to keep going. I don't see any reason why we're going to stop now. We have a few more seasons already planned out. Isn't Tanner's taller than I am? He's skinny and not super short. I'm super short. Anyway, $11.99. You could be racing with us on Thursday and Friday nights. Article here at Polygon talking about the Xbox 360 getting a system update. Yes, the 360, not the Xbox One. The old gen actually got an update. It's been 2 years since we got one, but instead of pulling the plug, they are still doing updates to it. Was Ted's coffin cartridge shaped? That's very funny. Bathurst, Newcastle to host live supercar esport events. So I think we've talked about various different things as things in Australia. When you're 5'3", Tanner is tall. Bathurst, Newcastle to host live supercars. So more and more going on down there, and I need to go to Australia. I need to know what it's like to go to a country where motorsport is so part of their blood. I live in the country that is trying to get rid of gas-burning vehicles, and you could even say that our racing in general is marked by the super environmental culture that we're here in the United States. But I don't see that happening in Australia, certainly not in the same way as they continue to build up their esport things going on. So Oscaro is part of the group with KW, all the sponsors behind the Race Room event. Esport WTCR Oscaro is a go with the Nürburgring launch event. So we talked about it. Mitchie ran it. We talked to Mitchie all about it. The guys at Zach Speed went down there and kicked some butt in it. And this is sort of the beginning of like a whole nother level or a whole other esport that I think is going to get some really good legs. Is it true? Does the toilet water really go backward when you flush in the southern hemisphere? I don't know. I've heard that, but I don't. Does it actually? It would make sense. The current of the oceans reflects that. So if you just look at that. Article here at Comic Book about a new game. Miami Street, a new FTP racer from Microsoft is announced. So we're going to have Miami Street Racing right out of the hands of the guys at Microsoft. And that's something that I don't think we'll be too excited about, but it is automotive racing, automotive gaming, so I'm going to mention it. Coriolis effect. Thank you, Spatial. That's the actual wording. Thawman, I am not going to be able to make Sim Expo this year. It was something we've talked about. It was something we've tried to plan. But right now, between the money that it would take to do it, I don't think I have the time either. Mitchie has been, yeah, here he is. Mitchie has been really trying and pushing me to try to do it. I'm just a little concerned that it would be a big blow to the Simpit. What I really need, since we're talking about this, I need European reporters. I need people, whether you want to be full-time or part-time, I need people who have a camera. If you have a microphone, it makes it even better. I need people who are willing to, because I get opportunities in Europe that I can't turn to, I can't go to. And it would be great to be able to turn to one of you guys and say, hey, I have this incredible opportunity. If you think back years ago with Inside Simracing, we had Andreas Martin, and he was a European reporter, and it started off as simply as covering something like a Simix Expo once. But in the end, it turns out that he became our full-time reporter, and I actually was given a call. We're all over the place today, aren't we? I was given a call by the guys at Thrustmaster to go to Monaco for the launch of the Ferrari wheel, the Thrustmaster wheel that looks like this one. And when that wheel came out, they did a big launch at Monaco with Massa and Alonso, I believe, were the two Ferrari drivers that year. And they were offering to bring me to Monaco, to do a whole thing with Ferrari. This is on stage with Ferrari. Yeah, if I start swimming. Time is the other thing I can't afford, though. So that was the kind of opportunity. I called up Andreas and said, hey, I got this thing for you, but are you willing to go to Monaco to hang out with the guys at Ferrari? And he was able to do it. So if we do find a good European reporter for the show, somebody who wants to cover Sim Expo, some of this other great esports stuff that's going on all over Europe, I need to talk to you because, you know, while I might not be able to afford to send myself, I do know that I can afford to send you if you're already in Europe. And the other part for me is timing. It would take a lot of time to go all the way to Europe and back. Tom, I didn't have a passport, and it was super short notice. It was only like 13 days notice, and I didn't have a passport ready to go is why that time didn't happen. Sean shows up to Sim Expo ripped. I'm going to get hammered at Sim Expo. Here's an article at Xbox Enthusiast. I didn't check it out. I don't know if he's saying good, bad, or ugly, but should you buy the Xbox One X enhanced version of Forza Horizon? So this is taking advantage of the 4K and all that great graphics that are on the next-gen stuff. They remastered Forza Horizon, and you will be able to find out if it's worth it or not through these guys at Xbox Enthusiast. And I doubt I'm going to have the time to get in and check that one out. Also, another review, just letting you know about things. If you've been on the fence about Assetto Corsa, you know, I don't know, I'm more of an iRacer, I'm more of a Codemasters, you might want to check this out. Here's an article on the Ultimate Edition. So this is putting everything Assetto's put together prior to Competizione and putting it into one giant package, and their score is a 7 out of 10. I don't know, it seems a little light to me. I think I'd give it a higher score. 7 out of 10 to me is a C grade, and I would give Assetto Corsa no less than a B+. So that would put me more in the 8.5 out of 10 just off the top of my head. So apparently they're not a big fan of Assetto Corsa. But there you go, Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition review on Ulvspill. Don't even know of them. Worth Playing has an article here on Bus Simulator 18. I haven't had a chance to try this out, but they're talking about it having Daimler buses, MAN buses, and doing the whole routine. So if you want to find out, I'm sure a few of you guys have already played this or are eager for it. We have a lot of truck drivers in our crowd, guys who like things that play like that, and this is going to be right in there. Yes, Jamid, there are Americans without passports. Yeah, exactly. I live in Los Angeles. I don't need to go anywhere. I have everything I need. I don't have much culture. I have international culture, but not like that built-in culture that Europe has. We don't have many old buildings, so to speak, here in Los Angeles. Gosh, wow, that's already it. That's the end. We're at 25 minutes in, but that's mainly because I've been ranting on every topic because I'm edgy. What else can we talk about before we bring it to an end? Dave Blair. Dave Blair, are you in the house? We have our Simpit Pit Crew channel. And the Pit Crew channel is a spot where anybody out there could be posting videos. You just need to send them to me. We'll get you up and running, get you an account with Simpit Pit Crew. But a lot of you guys make videos, and we're trying to grow this channel as sort of a, well, the Pit Crew channel, a place for all you guys to show off your fine work. So if you haven't, go check it out. Go subscribe to that channel. And right now you can find out, so a couple of people talked about my anger levels at Nordschleife. I had another breakdown this weekend, or last week, Thursday and Friday night. Thursday I didn't break down. Friday I lost my mind. It just gets so frustrating to me when I cannot execute what I know I'm capable of. I don't know. How do you guys handle that? I had one person who called me a bad sport, and I thought, well, that's a little harsh. I think you're allowed. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's okay to get upset with yourself. I think it's okay to have super duper high expectations of yourself. I think a bad sportsmanship is when you turn it on others. I think as long as, but maybe I'm wrong. What are your guys' take? But I lost my mind on Friday completely. If you want to see that, you can watch my live stream from Nordschleife. Go towards the end and you will just see me lose it once again. I did not pull a best of moment from that one, but it's something I'm not proud of, and it's something I'm going to try to not make a pattern of, because what I really want to do is do what I know I can do, which is race strong, race hard, and finish well. So I did not. I was running in second, and I let it all go. I don't even know where I finished. I was so angry. But Dave Blair has 2 different videos that just came out, and they are both sort of the highlight videos from the weekend. So here is race week 3, race 2, and just showing you how many cars. Look at all those beautiful Porsches. In addition to that, he also did one for race week 3, race 1. So if you want to find the highlights, now this isn't showing me with my breakdown. This is showing the best moments of the race for everybody. So you want to check those out. In addition, you can watch my feed from my live view, or Sean Seabrand also does a live stream. So here's some shots of Sean Seabrand during his venture at Nordschleife. And I wish we had another go at this track. Apparently I need 1 or 2 more races to get to where I really want to be at Nordschleife. And I don't feel happy with what I've done. And I know I can do so much more. I know I can do so much more there. So there you go. That is basically it for today's show. I am inviting all of you out to Wreckfest. So tonight we are going to do another edition of Wreckfest. You just can't get me to stop doing Wreckfest. It is so much fun. And our numbers have been small. We've had, 15, 20 guys in there. I'd like to see some new faces. If you guys haven't played Wreckfest, you're missing out. It's $40. It's not a lot of money. If you play it with us, you're going to lose your mind having fun. I mean, it is one of the best times you're going to have in all of sim racing. We will be doing another round of that tonight at 6 p.m. If you are part of the Patreon group, we'll all communicate through Patreon and get ready for the race around 6. If you are not part of the Patreon group and you want to attend or join with us, just send me an email, Sean, S-H-A-U-N, at thesimpit.com, and we will get you in on tonight's Wreckfest fun. We can get our aggressions out. We can take people out. And those who are usually fast are usually the targets. So it'll be a lot of crashing fenders and banging cars. And what's my favorite part, whether you watch my stream or listen to the other guys on chat, it is nonstop laughter, because it is fun, fun, fun. It hasn't even come close to, I don't think anybody's worn out from playing Wreckfest. So yeah, tonight at 6 p.m. we will be doing it again. And that pretty much puts us right back on track. So today is the holiday, kind of a weird show this morning. Wreckfest will be very normal, and tomorrow we'll pick things up right where we belong, with much, much more normal commentary and attitude, and hopefully not an edgy version of Sean Cole. So that is going to do it. Hopefully I'll see all you guys tonight at 6 p.m. for some Wreckfest. It's going to be a blast. I still have some aggression to get out. For you Euro people who can't join us, we will do another Saturday Wreckfest. We'll get details of that towards the end of the week. But I'm all about inclusion. I'm about getting as many people involved as possible. So we will go ahead and do another one of those on the weekend for everybody. So that is going to do it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the great conversation. Thank you for putting up with my a little less information than normal show, and my edgy attitude where I seem to be hating on everybody today. So that is going to do it. I don't hate everybody. I love everybody except for Austin Dillon and Tanner Faust. Anyway, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for being here. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.